Som, ação. Som, ação. Hello, good morning, bom dia, calimera, bonjour. O que é que falta mais? Buongiorno. So we are going to start in a while, just waiting for the streaming to start a bit. Isto vai ser tudo em inglês, portanto esta é a última vez que eu vou falar português. As mesas que estão aí e com a forma como vocês estão divididos também é para ajudar a interação. I was saying that the tables are divided in a way that is to help the networking and cooperation between different people from the local community and also from the partners that we have here from the RAISE project. And first of all, thank you very much for all of you that are here, the ones that come from far away and also our local friends. Rui, it's all okay? Yes. So the program, it's quite simple. We will be very boring with 20 minutes open session with my friends from ANI, that are the coordinators of the project, and also from the Almada municipality. So it's just a welcome words. And then we'll have a little presentation about the project, just for you to understand what is this race, what are we raising for, money, for sure. And after, we have the guest speaker that you already saw, that will make a presentation to you and also to put you more in context with what the Council of Europe is doing and also the missions in Europe that are connecting with the topic of the project, that is hate speech and hate crimes that happen every day and everywhere. And then we have a break and good food, I hope. Also, that will be provided in another building. And then you have a little workshops for you to go a bit more deep in the results we produce to present you. So my name is Ana Rita, for the ones that don't know me. I'm the president and board member of Novo Mundo, and I founded this association in 2013, almost with half of the room that is here today, so it's quite nice to see it. And so I think it's enough. I want to pass the word to my colleague and friend Romuald, that is here from ANI, that is the coordinator of RAISE.
Yeah. Yes, thank you. Hello, everybody. So I'm Romuald Jomo. I'm the Executive Director of ACT, Note and Evaluate in English. Agir, Note et Innove in French, because we are coming from France, from Republic. And I wanted just to tell you today that as you hear, Ukraine has been attacked by Russia. So that means that we are living in a very wicked and dangerous war today, and we have to think about it when starting our meeting. We are going to speak about hate crime. We are going to speak about all those issues, and we have been a long time working together with many, with our colleagues coming from the other country we will present to you today. And we are very happy to be here, so it is the reason why I want to thank the municipality to receive us here, to thank our partner Novo Mundo and the very dynamic president of Novo Mundo, who is organizing the restitution of our work during 3 years, because we are not forgetting that with the project we faced COVID-19. COVID-19, you are saying COVID-19. So we are really involved in and we are attacked very well anywhere, and it is the reason why we will pass a good moment today trying to restitute what you have been doing during our activity. Thank you very much I'm welcoming you also in your city. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I'd like to call Moira and Monica to join me here because I'm not alone in this job and this adventure. So Monica and Moira is part of a teamwork that we're doing jobs around the Erasmus adventures. So we started with Ana Rita and we're learning a lot. So we'd like to welcome you to Almada, of course. That's why we're here in this moment. We'd like to apologize because our municipal director and our department director can't be here with us during the morning and to... Yes, does the feedback, thank you. Sorry. So we're here to welcome, to join and to share some work with you. We hope you have good travel from your houses and your countries until Portugal and until Almada. We're living mixed feelings today. We're sad because, of course, the situation we're living of war, but we're also very, very happy to feel this house with the people, with the ideas, with the activities, with feelings, emotions, and above all to join and talk about hate speech. Okay, so we are going to change the world, of course. I'm sure of that. So we're looking forward also, so just to share that we, in the youth work, we're starting step by step, baby steps, the work around Erasmus. We're looking forward to find a partner until 23rd of March to join a project, our first project here in Almada. So we're looking forward to find it and to start, finally, to start the action, because until now it's just the registration in the platform and so on. But we want to thank a lot of Novo Mundo and especially in Ana Rita, because it has been a very important support for us, and I think I've said a lot, so I don't know if you want to say some words. No, welcome, no?
Welcome all.
Okay, okay, welcome all, and have a nice day, okay?
So, what else? I'm also not alone. I have all of you, but Novo Mundo is not me, and I have a lot of family members. They were the first to be catched, but also friends that belong to this Novo Mundo network. And like Vania was saying, what we are doing here in the community, it's also to engage the local partners. So we are very grateful. I'm very grateful that my ears are very nice. Okay. Sorry. Always learning by experience is what we learn in Erasmus. So is this. You learn by experience every day, at every moment, every minute. Like I was saying, so I'm not alone, first, and this is, of course, you cannot see all the work, but I think you can have a bit of an idea what is behind all these events. And when we were preparing the presentation, I get the light that this project crossed 4 years. It starts in 2019, and now we are in 2022. And it was supposed to be a 2 years project, and now it crossed 4 years of our life. And in fact, in 4 years, a lot of things happened. So we start with a lot of energy, super motivated, and 4 months later came the COVID. And now we are finishing a project with a country of European invite So it was it's a bit of mixed feelings, especially connected to the topic of the project. And the next presentation that we'll do, it will be more focused on the project itself. That is a strategic partnership. And I have with me my colleague Anna and Afonso, that is a super trainer. And it's a very inspirational person. And if it was not Anna, also will not be here today, because she was the first one that joined the project with me. So this project have a lot of tasks to do. So if you want to join it, join for the Special Force Task Force team. And of course, all the partners that are here and youth workers, they know that to have what we have to present you today, in fact, it's not 2 years of project, it's almost 3. And we normally say when the project is finished, it's ready to start. And this is always what we learn. Umas pequenas palavras para os portugueses, que se calhar não percebem tão bem o inglês. Quando não perceberem alguma coisa, não se sintam vergonha de perguntar também às pessoas que estão com vocês. Nós vamos fazer as apresentações, os PowerPoints estão todos em inglês, mas depois também os documentos do projeto estão todos em português, portanto vão ser compensados nessa parte. E pronto, o Erasmus também é esta parte intercultural e de trocas. E acho que para a sessão de abertura está muito bom. Vou usar isto aqui para que vai funcionar. Okay, so today is like this. You have to listen me many times. Raising awareness for inclusive societies expression. So this was let's say, the base of RAISE. And what is behind this societies expression? What we aim with this project was to give also space for the youth workers and also the people from the community to have free space to express. With the tools that we develop, we want that they are useful for the communities to raise up this expression. Let's see. Okay, so this presentation is quite short. We don't want to bore you. We want to promote more the networking. The first part is we'll talk a bit of the RAISE project, just to give you a bit of a summary. Also about the partners that are here, and also of the results. Before we go on this dynamic, and to introduce here a bit of no formal education, I will invite my friend Anna to make a bit of just a small dynamic with you that I was forgetting, just for you to know the backstage.
Okay, can everyone hear me well? Okay, wonderful. So my name is Ana, another Ana, a very common name in Portugal. And I just would like to say, to reply to Ana's compliments, or that for me it's an honor to be your friend and to be in this project. Thank you, Ana. This was not expected. So what I'm here to do with you today is just a little energizer, because we are in the framework of non-formal education and we are all sitting in a very formal way somehow. So it is very simple. I will say a couple of sentences and you will have to stand up if you can reply yes to this question, okay? So, the first question, it came to my mind while Vanya was talking. I have a question for you, the first one. Please stand up, those of you that every day take a little step to make our world a better place. Levantem-se quem todos os dias dá um passo para tornar o nosso mundo melhor. Okay, wonderful. I was expecting to see this, so just a big clapping for us. Thank you. It's very nice to see. So now you can sit. This is an energizer, just warm up, getting also a feeling of connection. And I also invite you during the dynamic to look around, so you can also see with whom you can network during the break. Maybe some people you don't know you'd like to get to know. So the next sentence is, stand up, who understands well English? Okay, it's very comforting too. So if you need some help, you don't hesitate to ask to people in your table, okay? So I saw some people that you also are with people that speak the same language, so just let's start to break the ice. Ice breaking, break the ice. Okay, second question. Stand up, those of you who works with young people in a daily basis. Quem trabalha com jovens todos os dias, ou regularmente? Okay, so just have a look and see who is doing the same work as you do. Next one, stand up. Who is here representing a local authority or a sort of more formal body? Okay, you already know each other, so not very useful this one. But we know that only 3 people in the room are in the more formal side of this work.
Those who didn't stand up working with young people.
And then we have some people working with people, and then we have some people we don't know what they do, but we will have the coffee break and some more hours to discover. Stand up, those of you who love to have coffee in the morning. No, a lot of coffee people. And those, the other one, maybe who loves to drink tea in the morning. The tea people and coffee people. We love categories, you know, so, okay. I hope we have coffee and tea in the break so everyone is happy. And then the last one. So let's go for the last one. Stand up, those of you who already knows what hate speech is. Don't be afraid if you don't know, it's fine, huh? It is not an exam. Okay, great. We will have a session with with Menno that you already met. He will tell us a little bit more about hate speech. So it will be an occasion to learn and to get deeper in our learning. And the final, very final question, just to be a more fun one. Stand up, those of you who loves the sea. Oh, let's all have a swim. Okay, thank you. I also love the sea. Thank you, everyone. I hope you are a bit warmed up now. And I leave you the floor again.
So we can also make another question that is stand up who is not from Portugal. Quem não é? Again, please, who is not from Portugal, just to... Can you stand up again, the ones that are not from Portugal? Okay. Okay, so welcome everybody. So this is what Portugal do to people. We welcome everybody. Thank you. Obrigado. So I ask you to stand up who are not from Portugal, also because this is a bit connected with the topic of the project. Because Portugal and our local community, also in Almada, it's a very multicultural community. I'm raised and born in Lisbon, but I love Almada. I don't like to live here, but I like to work here, so it's a bit of a mixed feeling. And part of my family, they are all from Almada, not from Lisbon. But I'm learning a lot about this local community. Also, I want to take the opportunity to be grateful to the local partners that are here from a lot of NGOs, and they work with these multicultural communities, and we try a lot to help each other. The RACE project, so let's go back to this little business. Like we were saying in the beginning, I will not read all the PowerPoint, so you have the PowerPoint later in your emails too. But the big topic is the hate speech, but connected with the hate crime. For example, one of the activities we have done in Portugal was a problem that raised up with the hate speech, and the end, unfortunately, was a hate crime. So the one that are locals know the story of Candé, and this was, for example, one of the situations that we analyzed in our society. But the same happened in all the partners' communities. So what we did during the project was 6 organizations from United Kingdom. They are not here, but they are listening us today. From Greece, Spain, Italy, Portugal, and France. We worked together during, like I said, almost 4 years, or we crossed 4 years. And a lot of things happened. So this project is just to give you a bit of overview. The work that you will see here today produced, we need to work together to make this happen. So we made at least 4 international project meetings. It's meetings where the partners meet together. The first one was in Paris in 2019. The second was supposed to be in Spain, but it was when the COVID arrived, so we have to do it online. It was 2 days, very hard working online for people of different schedules. That was a good opportunity also to understand when we are together, we are at the same schedule and working on the things, we are face to face. When we are separated, it's more hard to, this is meetings for the project management. The third one was in Greece. It was very good to be together again with the people face to face. It was in September 21. And now we are here. So like I told you, the project crossed 4 years, okay? During these 4 years, we worked 30 months. So we had to put more months in the project of work for free, because we are not going to be paid for more 6 months of work. So it's dedication that we give to the project, because we want that the results are good. Between the meetings, we also did 2 trainings. One was for youth workers, another one was for youngs. And they are connected with the results that the partnership produced. One is activities more for youth workers to deliver to the communities, for them to test them with the youngs. And the other one was directly to the youngs. So this is also how the flow of the project try to have different manuals and different toolkits for the 6 communities. So the project will have all this is translated in the 6 languages, so what is also very good. Now, together with this international conference, in all the countries, the partners have to do the same. They have to do local dissemination events. So this is international because we joined the TPM, the last one, the project meeting, with this local dissemination event of Novo Mundo. So it's a way also that you raise up a bit the level and the audience that you can reach with the local event. We produced 4 intellectual outputs that are the manuals, the toolkits, also a research, and also a summary of all this to the, it's missing the word, the politicians, but not only, for structured dialogue about the hate speech, so to make our communities better every day. And during these 4 years, or 30 months, every month we had an online meeting to catch the project and for the follow-up. So it was more than 20 monthly meetings that we had. It's a lot. Okay, normally a meeting is 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, but it's still. So this is for you to understand what is the backstage of these results that are here. These were the steps that we did. Okay. So like I said before, this was the target audience of the project. The project was written and applied in France, but was, let's say, it was a cooperation between all the partners that have a common goal, that was to work in this topic together and to make innovative things for the communities, not just to copy what we have already and let's put it together. No, it was to create new things for you and for us. And so one of the target on this, that because of the COVID, we are not so able to work more directly, was with the actors of the crimes. So let's say all of us are victims, but also we are also aggressors of hate speech. And this was the thing that we were not able. We work with the victims a bit, but not with oppressors, let's say. And also, maybe we're not so prepared. And this is an innovation project, so on the way, we also make decisions together and we see where the project goes. The decision makers, and today here we have 3 representatives of the municipality, but in the local community we have more partners that are also engaged in another structures that work with these decision makers. And even here in Almada, for example, there is the social network, and there are more groups that this topic is also always under vigilance, let's say. Wait. So, and the partners, like before I asked, is not for Portugal, but now I like to ask to our partners. We cannot ask to our partners from UK to stand up, but I hope that they are listening us, because they did also amazing work coordinating one of the outputs. They are not here today, physically. Also, Annie, that is the second logo that is there from France, our coordinator. And you can raise up the team, or the team of Annie that is here. The Greeks want to join the French, as you see. From Spain, we have here Julia. She's alone, but only here. The colleagues couldn't join this time. From Novo Mundo, you are welcome to stand up, everybody, that people can see who we are. Come on, shy people. And we also have our partners from Greece, from USB, United Society of Balkans. And from Proempresa, they are from Palermo, from Sicilia, Italy. So, welcome. And this was the consortium of the partners that we worked together during these 30 months. Okay, so I show you first the backstage of what was our work, but also now we want to show you how we divide the work, because all partners have different tasks, and this is also for you to know a bit of what is behind these results. For example, we didn't coordinate Novo Mundo any output, but we are always on the track. We have a different mission, for example, with evaluation, and also with the monitoring of the feedbacks of the outputs. So it looks that it's not very important, but it's a lot of things to evaluate. The meetings, the conference, the trainings, this event. So everything that we do, we need to evaluate in this case. And also we are hosting this final conference. But all the partners, for example, our Greek partner also has different tasks. And this is how I'm showing you this because some of the partners that are here, we are also introducing in them the views of Erasmus. It's good for them to see how you set up a project. So because you don't do this alone, okay? And now it's finished, my part. Now Anna will talk to you about what are the results. So I show you what was the project about and a bit of what we have done so far, how it happened, and she will show you what have we done a bit. Because in the workshops you will touch more in the papers. Thank you. na bolinha.
Ailton, não. Okay. So I will shortly tell you about the outputs of our work. That means in the European language, an intellectual output. It's coming from the brain, of course, because it's intellectual. It should be also a bit more emotional, but that's the name they found for it. So it's basically a resource that we have developed, and we have developed educational resources and the policy recommendations. It's not really educational, but I will briefly explain you each of these. And as Anna said, you will join a different workshop after the break, and you will have the occasion to go deeper in that specific intellectual output or educational resource. So the first one, you can see there, it's a European level comparative research on hate speech. Julia and Marvioleta were the leading partners, and it was for us the first work we did, and for the partnership was important because it was a research. It put us in contact with our community, with youth workers, with professionals that work with young people and with young people, to know about their experiences, their ideas, the impact of hate speech on their lives. So it was really good to come up, to have a common ground where to start from, and to have a common understanding. And some of the most important realizations we had, that not that we didn't know, but through this research we got to confirm this, that there is a strong psychological impact of hate speech on people that have been victims of it, especially like low self-esteem, lack of confidence, also fear, and maybe even related to that, a sense of exclusion. So not everyone was reporting that. Some people were saying, no, I got stronger. So there was some sort of resilience too. But it's very important in our interventions that we know that people that suffer hate speech in their lives, it can be like a long-term impact for them. So this helped us to understand better the subject, and to inform, of course, the work we do in practice. Then the second output you see there is a toolbox for youth workers. As you see, it's for youth workers, so the main target we build it for is for most of you here that work with young people. And the main focus was resilience, actually, so how to resilience, as you know, it's this capacity to get out stronger from a crisis or from a bad moment. No, you go down, but then you just go up stronger from this. So the idea of that manual is it comprises different activities and practices that work on this resilience, but also that, because resilience is very individual, it works also at educational level. So you will find many activities that you can use with your young people to reflect and to work on this subject, and to sort of intercultural education also. A lot in this manual is about that, and we also collected practices. So you will find a lot of different practices from around Europe. I will show you in a moment the website where you can find all these resources. Some of them are not yet there because we are finalizing it, but until mid-March everything should be ready. So we will let you know when you can find all the resources. Okay, so the third one, the Raise Up manual, it is differently from the previous one. This is addressed to young people. So we wanted to, in this manual, we worked through comics. So we did a youth exchange. Let's start from there. We did a youth exchange where young people learned how to do comics. And through this methodology, they were talking and learning about hate speech, mostly about how to combat hate speech, of course, And we used what is called the counter and alternative narratives that I'm not going to explain now, but there are a lot of manuals explaining it, and they are also in our resources. So they were using the comics and these narratives to deliver a message of a different kind of narrative that is alternative, that is against hate speech, that is based on the idea of tolerance and mutual understanding and acceptance and valuing diversity. It was really interesting. The comics are really nice, very different. I will show you in a moment. And also in the manual, you find the activities of the comics. The comics are in the website. And you also find tips on how to, if hate speech happens to you, how you could reply. If hate speech happens to someone that is nearby you, how can you reply? Because also for people that observe it and see it, it's not easy to do something because we don't know how to do, we are afraid ourselves, or many situations happen. So you will find these tips also in this manual, and we printed them, so we have one version printed here that you will see during the workshops, but also in the afternoon they will be available. And finally, we have these policy recommendations that it's sort of a summary of everything we did and learned during these 2 years and a half. So we did a common work also based on interviews or focus groups with representatives from different organizations and local authorities. So we talked with different people, and then we come up with recommendations on how to create more tolerant and open and institutions and organizations that are working to combat hate speech through different channels. We will have a session specifically on that on the afternoon with Emanuela from Impresa in Sicily, Palermo, Sicily. So I will not go a lot on that, but you will also be, you have our label on the tables and also on your little notebook. It's the RAISE label, Organizations Against Hate Speech. So we invite all organizations to join these recommendations, to commit to them more than just go and run and do them, because we know that's not possible. We can't just go and change structures and organizations, but we can start a process. So the invitation of the recommendations is exactly that. And so let's see. No, here? Okay, so this is the covers of our manuals and educational resources. You can see the comparative research on the left. On the right, the intellectual output number 2, that is about resilience for youth workers. And then we have the comics, so it's called Raise Up Training Manual, and the Raise Policy Recommendations. These is some photos from our website, and now I would like to show you. Our website is raiseproject.eu, raiseproject.eu. We invite you to go there and see. It's almost ready. I mean, it's ready, but not all the intellectual outputs or educational resources are there. But can you hear me without the mic? Yeah? Oh. Sorry for those that are on streaming. So this is the page where you can see the comics, and you can download each of them from this. This is the Portuguese one, about the terrible story of Bruno Candé. So it is also a way to elaborate emotionally things. Because when you write, when you talk, when you discuss about things, it's also empowering if you find a way out of it. So I felt that for our group in Portugal, it was also a way to talk more about this terrible situation. But all the stories are really interesting and well done. You see the animals, and then someone shows other kind of characters. So this is also the diversity of our group. So please, if you are more interested, just go there and check. And I think that's all, right, Anna?
Yeah, just the outputs are here. They are in English at the moment.
Okay, so the outputs are, I'm repeating for the streaming. The outputs are in English, but they are all in English already. Then the language versions will come later.
Yeah, just the one is translated.
Just the first one is already everything translated and there. Okay, so I don't know exactly. Okay, so we have Menno that is wanting to connect with us. Anna, would you like to connect with Menno from Zoom?
Yep.
Yeah? So Menno, let's welcome him. So Menno can't hear us. What we decided is that when we have questions, because there is a part for questions, we will send here in my WhatsApp to him. We don't know what happened with we are connected. No, we are connected? Okay. So Menno is an old friend and colleague. I met Menno in my work as trainer in the Council of Europe. I work with young people, so I'm part of this platform, and Menno was one of my first colleagues. And now he's working in the Council of Europe in the anti-discrimination department. And he has been also coordinator of the non-hate speech movement of the Council of Europe. So we thought that he was a very knowledgeable and great person to have here with us today. We hope you enjoy his intervention. I went through it in the previous days, and it's really good. Can you see me? No. I should. So Menno, you can see it's terrible not to be able to be heard. I can send him vocal messages.
Good morning, everyone. Yes, sorry. Hi, Anna. Hi, everyone. It's good to see you. I understand that I can't hear you, but you can hear me. So a quick wave. I don't see any reactions. Yes, at the back. Thank you. So there's a delay in the sound. I'll keep that in mind. Good. I agreed with Anna that I'll do a short introduction of the work that I do and reflections on hate speech from the Council of Europe's perspective. And then I'm sure there will be questions from your side, but because I can't hear you, Anna will connect with WhatsApp and I will hear through the phone your questions. So it's like a mic, basically. And this is modern life in a way in COVID times. But I'm very happy to see you all physically, or most of you physically in the meeting. I think it hasn't happened for a long time, and I apologize